Where along the project continuum do your projects tend to lie? So if you've engaged in project-based learning, are they more of like that fixed or closed project? Are they more flexible? Are they open? Are they thematic? Do you tend to engage with one project at a time? Multiple projects? Or do students get to create their own projects? Why is it that you have leaned more towards one or the other? If you've been engaging with project-based learning for a significant period of time, but you've only engaged in one project at a time, what might it look like if you did 2 or 3 or 5 options that students could pick from? As you go through more years and years of creating different projects, it's going to be easier than having to, very first day, come up with like 3 projects, designing them all at the same time. You could just pull from the prior years and go, here are 3 projects from prior years, pick one of those 3 that look interesting to you. That makes it certainly easier for you to be able to gradually increase the number of projects that students can pick from, while also understanding that might not be ideal for the current students you're working with. While maybe 5 years from now, it's going to look great, you're going to have full interest-driven rhizomatic learning experiences, etc., you'll need to understand that it's going to take some time for you as a facilitator to get to that point where you are comfortable doing that, and for students to even be ready for that. Having design professional development experiences and whatnot that taught this, you can do that over the course of a year or 2. So this doesn't necessarily need to be a 5-year process, like I mentioned. It could just literally be over the course of a year. For the very first semester, let's start everybody working on the same thing. For the next semester, you have 2 options. For the third semester, you have 4 options. For the fourth semester, maybe you have rhizomatic approach where people are able to kind of pick whatever is interesting to them. And it's very realistic educators to get comfortable with that process over the course of a 1 or 2 year process. This excerpt of the CSK8 podcast is from episode number 194, which is titled Bringing Curriculum to Life: Enacting Project-Based Learning in Computer Science Programs. You can listen to the full episode as well as hundreds more by searching for the CSK8 podcast or by simply going to jaredoleary.com.